Alright, karibu sana vijana wote pamoja na wazazi na wote ambao mnatazama Biblia Broadcasting Television. Tukiwa tunaletea kipindi hiki cha vijana, cha Youth Talk Show. Bila shaka tukiwa tunaangazia masuala ya vijana. Ni wakati huu ambapo virusi vya COVID-19 vimeweza kukithiri katika jamii na kuweza kuleta madhara mengi. Sana sana shule na vyuo mbalimbali ama taasisi za masomo kufungwa. Hivyo basi vijana wengi wamejikuta nyumbani, na jinsi wizara ilivyosema ni kwamba hadi Januari ndipo wanafunzi wa shule za msingi na shule za upili watakaporudi tena shuleni. Hivyo basi kuna changamoto nyingi ambazo wanapitia, vitu vingi ambavyo vijana wanapitia katika jamii. Na siku ya leo mjadala wetu ni kuangazia tu baadhi ya changamoto ambazo vijana hawa wanapitia. Bila shaka katika kipindi chetu vijana wako na fursa ya kuweza kutoa maoni na kuweza kuangazia masuala ambayo wanapitia pale nyumbani, na pia wazazi wetu popote ambapo mko, nanyi pia mko na fursa ya kuweza kuchangia swala hili. Mimi ni msimulizi wako Tom Juma, na bila shaka siku ya leo tukiwa tunaungana katika kipindi hiki nikiwa na wenzangu kutoka Speak Life Kenya ambao wataweza kutusaidia kuchambua na kuangazia swala hili la vijana kwa kina. Karibu sana wenzangu katika mada yetu ya siku ya leo. Labda nikianza nawe bwana Mikey, wewe ukiwa kiongozi wa Speak Life Kenya. Masuala ambayo tumeweza kuangalia masuala ya vijana, labda kwa ufupi tu unaweza kutuambia kwanza Speak Life Kenya wanafanya kazi gani?
Asante bwana TJ. Kwa majina ni Michael Onyango ama Mikey jinsi wanavyonitambua kule mtaani, na ninatoka katika kikundi cha Speak Life Kenya. Hii ni kikundi ambacho naruhusiwa kuzungumza kwa Kiingereza.
Unaweza ongea.
Asante.
Unajua ni vijana. Kwa hivyo wakati wa vijana unaruhusiwa kusema, bora isikuwe ile sheng ile ya deep kabisa.
Asante.
Haya.
So Speak Life Kenya is a non-governmental organization registered by the NGOs Act, under NGOs Act, na tuko based in Uasin Gishu County. We do programs that are focusing on influencing, impacting, and our main aim is to turn the young people from whatever they are doing, and we are bringing them to Christ through the programs that we are doing, because our foundation is based on the Word of God. But we do so many different programs in the communities. We reach out to the young people in different ways. We do mentorship programs, we do counseling programs, we have activities that are majorly pioneered and tailored towards the young people. So Speak Life Kenya is there to influence and impact and to help give information to the young people that will help them to make conscious decisions.
Asante sana bwana Mikey, ama unaitwa Sir Mikey. Wewe kama kijana na kuona. Sasa umekuja na hii timu nyingine, labda wataweza kufanya introduction tuweze kujua ni kina nani. Kwa sababu nimeambiwa kwamba leo masuala ambayo tunataka kuangalia sana sana, baada ya kuchambua swala nzima, masuala ambayo yanahusu vijana, tunataka kuangalia masuala ambayo yamechipuka hivi sasa. Swali la early marriage ama kuozwa kwa mapema, na swala la mimba za mapema, teenage pregnancy, hasa ukiangalia katika takwimu ambazo zimetolewa na serikali. Labda tuweze kujua kwanza kabla tuendelee, ili tuweze kujua haya masuala.
Kwa majina naitwa Joy na nimeokoka.
My name's Emmanuel Andio. Born again. Married pia.
My name's Joseph Karanja. Normally I'm known as Ranjos, and I work with Mikey. I was given the docket of drug abuse and substance usage, so I'm the one heading that.
Kwa majina ni Morena Chiang, nimeokoka. Pia mimi ni member Speak Life.
Alright. Labda nikisalia kwako Maureen. Ni swala gani ambalo lina affect vijana hivi sasa ambalo wewe umeweza kuliona, wewe kama Maureen, not as Speak Life, hapa katika jamii?
Okay, kwa sasa according na vile tumekuwa na epidemic ya COVID-19, kuna early marriages, kuna pregnancies za teenagers zimechipuka kila mahali. Napata wengine wenye wanasoma wame give up, siwezi endelea, siwezi ngoja paka 2021 nilikuwa natarajia nifanye form 4, so kama imesongeshwa mimi sioni, the only option is to get married. Mwingine anaona afadhali nende nitafute nifanye kazi kwa garage nijifunze huko.
Asante sana. Sijui kama Ranjos ameona the same thing ama your perspective ni tofauti na Maureen.
What I've seen is because they're having a lot of free time. So when they're having a lot of free time interacting in our streets, and availability of cheap alcohol in the streets, imefika mahali wengi wanaanza kulewa, kuchukua vileo wakiwa wadogo. Mambo ya nusu na maji wameingilia kwa sababu ziko available na they have the time.
All right. Labda Manu, this free time ambayo Ranjos anaongelea, is there a better way in which vijana wanaweza tumia hii free time katika kusaidia kujenga jamii, hasa wakati huu ambapo wengi wao wako nyumbani? The use of free time. How do we use this free time? How do we build up the community, especially such times when we have this free time?
Thank you. First of all, I think we have to understand ya kwamba the virus itself, hili janga, it didn't prepare anybody, just happened. But if we focus pia on the situation vizuri, you get to see that in another way it's a blessing in disguise, because we have kids at home. Most of the time watoto kwa shuleni, but now we have kids at home, and there are many things that can be reinforced at this time. Kuna values that can be reinforced. Kuna values sometimes that they are not reinforced because maybe the interaction, the family interaction is taken away by reasons of work. Wazazi wanafanya kazi, watoto wako shuleni kwa muda mrefu. So I think saizi ndo the best time where family values can be reinforced. This is the best time where hata hizi issues that we want to dwell in of early pregnancy can be talked in a way that such situations can be avoided. So I think in a nutshell, there are a lot of things that can be talked.
So in this point ambapo unaona kwamba serikali imesema hakuna watu kukongamana ama kukua katika vikundi, na umeona makanisani ya kwamba watu hawakubali kuwa zaidi ya 100. Tutatumia mbinu gani ili tuweze kuwapata vijana? Umeona wengi wao wanacheza huko nje, uwezi waambia kaa kwa nyumba. Ni mbinu gani ambayo tutafanya tuilete pamoja? Tuwalete ili tuwaeleze. Okay. Yes.
First of all, being a member of Speak Life, one of the ways yenye tumeset is like we've set ourselves online, Kuna many different platforms where we've set online where we can use actually to reach these young men.
Kwa hivyo unatumia mitandao.
Mitandao are more effective right now, and it's really brilliant that at this time pia the online thing has been reinforced even to churches. Makanisa, all of a sudden you are seeing churches are really taking and really embracing, the church are embracing going online. So I think one of the biggest platforms Sahizi, it's actually packaging easy informations that we want to reach them, and using easy platforms are online. That is one of the best way. We can use we can name them Facebook, we can name them Zoom. It's a brilliant way to communicate. So I think that is one of the ways where we can reach these young people, the online platform.
Okay, I'll be coming back to you, Manu, especially issue ya kuolewa mapema, the issue of early marriage. So while I plan to do that, let me just listen to Joy. Joy, issues of teenage pregnancies. Wasichana wetu umeona takwimu zimeonyesha kwamba kuna hii miaka ya vijana wetu ambao wamepata mimba za mapema. Na wakati unajipanga kutuambia hayo, ni kukumbusha tu mpenzi mtazamaji ya kwamba unaweza tufikia katika mtandao jinsi mwenzetu Manu alivyosema tunatumia mitandao. Kwa hivyo unaweza tufikia kwa Biblia Husema Broadcasting TV tukiwa on Facebook page na pia B Husema at Twitter. So ingia pale tuweze kupata maoni yako, kisha tutaweza kusaidia vijana wengi kupitia kwa mitandao. So Joy, it is very sad wakati ambapo unaona huku mitaani wasichana wetu hata wajamaliza class 8, unaona wengi wanaenda kurepeat. unasikia visa vya hapa na pale, wazee wa mtaa wameweza kureport, the children officers department zimeweza kureport visa vingi, na pia umeangalia katika counties mbalimbali visa vimeripotiwa ya wasichana wetu kupata mimba za mapema. Je, utaweza kusema nini kuhusu swala hilo nyinyi kama Speak Life?
I think TJ, let's look at it first of all from a worldly view, and I want to shock you that statistics says an estimated 21 million girls aged 15 to 19 become pregnant every year.
So 15 to 19 is basically Form 1
to Form 4.
Okay, 21 million.
21 million
worldwide. The whole world is gone.
The whole world.
Okay.
So teenage pregnancy is not just a thing that is affecting Kenya, but it's a thing that is affecting the whole world.
Yes.
UNFDA gave some statistics a while back just to give us a background of where we are coming from with teenage pregnancies in Kenya. And it was estimated that 77,000 girls below the age of 15 years actually gave birth. In Kenya, teenage pregnancies definitely are on a rise, and UN reports that 378,397 pregnancies were reported 2016 to 2017. So this is not a thing that is catching us by surprise. It's been there. What's been happening is now that the kids are at home is when we are looking at it as an epidemic on its own. But this is something that has been happening. Let's face reality. It's not happening now. It's a thing that has been happening in the last few years.
Statistics ambazo zimetolewa na kusema county fulani 3,000, this is just a normal thing.
It's been happening. It's just that it's never gotten a listening ear. You know, it's never been brought out to the limelight. But I remember, I think one media station did a report on it a year ago, but it was, I don't want to say brushed off, but it was not given as much importance as it is being given now. But the issue of teenage pregnancies has been happening and has been on a high rise.
Do you have any friends who've been through that, like currently? Because saizi ndio tunaangalia now, these numbers are rising, especially now that the schools are supposed to open in January. Have you seen any of those cases where you are?
Yes, I have definitely seen around 4-5 cases. But teacher, again, to bring it to your attention, our schools were closed in March 16th, I think around there, if I'm not wrong. But remember, the statistics that were being given are from the past 5 months from today, from the beginning of July. That means this thing has been happening in January. These girls have been pregnant in school since January. It's not that they have now gotten pregnant, some of them during this pandemic. It's been in the last 5 months. That's what...
Do you project that kutakuwa na increase of these cases?
Definitely there's a projection of increase in cases because, again, time, you know, when you have a lot of time in your hands, the free time that we've talked about, and you're not able to properly manage your time. Okay, time cannot be managed, but you're not managing the activities to fit into a certain timeline. Then definitely we expect to see pregnant cases to be on the rise.
Kabla Sir Mike hajatuambia kuhusu Speak Life na how we can deal with that, I just want to listen from Ranjos. He's part of the issues of teenage pregnancy because you had mentioned a lot. What do you think about this free time? Tunaenda kufanya nini ili tuhakikisha kwamba hizi cases za mimba za mapema, especially kwa watoto ambao wako shuleni? Dadetu Joy amesema between 15 to 19. This is the group yenye iko nyumbani currently. Hii ndio group yenye we call it kutesa mtaa. They are all over. So what's your take?
Well, my take is, for instance, from Roblox, when I walk around, I always see boys and girls in clusters. They're always in clusters, and most of them are riding bikes and skating, and these are time they interact. So I think parents ought to do better to get these kids. Parents ought to do better. Like, for example, maybe give them more chores. For example, me, my niece personally, my niece is around 16. After this thing started, I told him to come and stay with me. And when I wake up in the morning, kienda job, naenda naye. So I'm with him throughout the day. So anakuja kwa job, namuengage, namwambia oshosha mtungi pale, kama ni ya karibu namwambia kuna mteja pale mpeleke, vukisha hapo KTS. So I'm with him throughout the time. I know most parents most of them are working, but I think parents should anza kuangalia mtu ana spend time yake wapi. And I think this is the time that hata kama ni some DVDs, educative DVDs, this is the time that hata kama ni mtu wa 15 years, limit movements zake. Ambia mtu, the way we are raised, usitoke nje ya compound. Just be around. Because hii time unapata, maybe mtoto akitoka kwa nyumba, aim ikuwa to go have sex with somewhere out there. That was the aim. But through the interaction, through that period they are spending a lot of time together, chemistry inaanzia hapo, that's when things started happening.
And very good points you're mentioning about the kind of activities. Bike riding ambayo imekuwa very normal now. They can go for bike riding, skating, na hizi games like table tennis. I see them at the social hall within Eldoret. Manu, I don't know if you are in this age whereby it was a taboo msichana na mvulana kushikana mkono, especially when you see an elder in front. I don't know if I'm alone in this. On your part, maybe before I listen from Joy, what are these things? Manu, not Manu, I meant he's just mentioned here, Ranjos amesema kwamba in roadblock and of course in most of the estates unapata vijana wameshikana in groups. In our times, not so far ago, it was a taboo. Ukiona mzee akikuja mnafaa kukimbia, hakuna kushikana. But sasa visa vya kushikana naona it's like a common thing. What is your point on that?
Well, sure. Ni ukweli. I think we are totally in a different generation, and how issues and how people interact kumekuwa kidogo na some lenience, kumekuwa kidogo na it's not as serious as it was kitambo kuona msichana na kijana wanatembea, but sahizi it's nothing that is a big deal actually. And hata ukitembea mtaani it's even becoming normal, yeah, to see a girl and a boy even of 15 years, yeah, of that age group wanatembea pamoja.
So it has become a swag.
Yeah, it is. In fact, you know, I've been in youth ministry. I was in youth ministry for a while, and these young guys, even interactions zao ukiangalia, it's not hard corner a tap on the back between a boy and a girl, and for them it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. But we are not saying that there shouldn't be precautions, because it's the lack of precautions, yeah, that has gotten us here where we are seeing statistics, yeah. If you look even at statistics on the aspect early marriages, yeah, where we will get later, you'll see that it's some experiments here where young people experiment, yeah, where they do things that it's not time yet. That will lead them to grow into something that they are not yet for. Unaona? So hizo situations that the interaction early, kutembea pamoja mtahani, it may look as something so simple, but in its own way pia ikona kizaza mbeleni.
Do you think ni sisi wenyewe kama wazazi tumelegea hasa kwa upande wa punishment yenye tumekataa kwa punish wakati tunawapata? Because I remember at that time ulikuwa hata huwezi ongelesha msichana the other side of the fence, ulikuwa unapigwa. Joy, I don't know, are you in this teenage age ya sahi ama ya wakati ile? Maybe just utuambie, how do you feel when you see the young people all over? Because this free time yenye they are having looks like inaleta a lot of these issues, and the age yenye Maureen amesema ya 15 to 19, that free time ndio wanaitumia kufanya a lot of things. On your part, what will you do wakati unawapata they are all over? Do you talk to them or you just keep quiet and watch and go your way? Umejifunza kunyamaza? Yes, Maureen. Joy, I mean.
Sijui hata naweza sema ni, but sisi saa kama mimi personally, mimi nimeichukua kama something normal. Cause kuinteract, unaona mnaongea, pia mimi nimekuwa raised hapo mnapigana kidogo, yani kuna vitu mnafanya in a group, yani mnakuwa na hiyo, huwezi fanya kitu peke yako, mtaka tu mfanye in a group, na isikuwe ladies peke yake, yani ni boy and a girl. So mi naiona is like something normal, sioni big deal there. Kitu tu nimetake normal. Sasa nikiwapata wakiwa hapo ni life tu continue.
Do you have sisters kwa hiyo category?
Yes, I have.
15 to 19. Wewe waongelesha?
Umi wanaongelesha. Sometimes mmoja hizo back there tulikuwa tunaogopanga kuambiwa, like mnaambiwa, unaona unaogopa, unaona sasa mama akikwambia hivi, lakini saa hii sisi tuna approach, tunaambia kama ni ukifanya hivi itakuwa wrong, if you do this itakuwa hivi. So saa hii tunaongelesha openly, hakuna kuficha.
Yeah. All right. I'll be coming back to you, especially when Mikey is going to talk to me about easy issues. Vile Speak Life Kenya inashughulika katika kuhakikisha kwamba tunapunguza visa vya mimba za mapema na kuozwa mapema kwa vijana wetu. Na bila shaka Joy, Manu na Ranjos mtachangia pia. And Manu, I want to hear the aspect of the Bible, on the Christian aspect, on how we can handle these cases. And of course, Ranjos, you've been here, you've been a teenager, you know these things. Mmepitia haya mambo yote. So Maureen, we really need to advise these people. So before I come to your advice, Speak Life Kenya, your role.
Sure.
Yes.
I think mumeguzia zile sehemu ambazo ni nyeti sana katika hii mjadala ambayo imekuwa ikiendelea all over the world, sana sana hapa nchini kwetu Kenya. Na personally, I'm a trained teacher and I'm currently pursuing a course with on counseling. So I do a lot of mentorship programs in the hood huko mtaani. So like Ranchos anasema, I interact with so many young people. In fact, kwangu, they come every day. And when they come, I make sure that I create time to do mentorship programs for them personally as an individual, as Mike. And so, because I realize that these people, there are so many of them that don't have the right information, and the parents are so busy that they don't even create time for these young people. And so we try, I personally try to do mentorship programs, but as a group, as Speak Life Kenya, we have laid down, we have outlined strategies and means that we are reaching out to them. And one of them is trying to sharpen their talents. You know, these young people are talented. Others are dancers. Others are footballers. Others like skating. Others are riders. They're doing the bike riding and stuff. And so we try and create avenues with them, because we cannot meet them in their large numbers because of the social distance and corona stuff. And so we create time one-on-one or in small numbers. And so we reach out to these young people. We talk to them. Joy is also a counselor. Manu is also a young man, but is married. Ranchos has entrepreneurial skills. Maureen is a trained ECD teacher, you know. So all of these people are professionals in distinct levels, you know. And so every moment yenye tunapata, we create this opportunity to reach out to them at personal level, and it's really working.
As we continue on that, just to kumbusha watazamaji wetu ni kwamba wewe ukiwa kijana pale unaweza jiunga nasi katika Biblia Husema Broadcasting TV Facebook page na pia Twitter @bhusema ili uweze kutupatia mchango. Sinyeni vijana na uko katika mitandao ya jamii, tupatie maoni yako tusikie. Do you feel it is good to own that phone? Do you feel you should be left to continue freely? Do you think you should go on with your free time without being interfered with? What is your take? So Mikey.
I think that is very captivating. And let me tell you one thing, TJ. Simu haiwezi kuingia kwa site ya pornography kenyewe. It depends with the moral of this person. So it's what's in the content that is inside, the information that is inside this person that will lead them to search whatever content that they are searching, they are looking at. Me, I always say this. Simu ni kama kisu. Unaweza itumia kukata mboga, kukata nyama na vitunguu pale nyumbani, ama unaweza amua kuiabuse udunge mwenzako. So the phone has no problem, the internet has no problem. The people that are using it ndio wako na problem. Na hii problem ilianzia wapi? There is where we want to dig deeper. You know, we are as a result of the information that we were given initially. Mimi saa hivi niko Mikey, I am a result of the information that was passed to me. So if there was a false information, a wrong information that was passed to me, then I'll be a representation of the presentation that was made. But our watoto, the reason why wanafanya hivyo, it's because they were introduced indirectly. You know, our parents, wale guardians wenye tumekuwa nayo, they introduced us even without knowing, because parents wetu, they were so busy. They were so busy at work, they don't create time with these young people. So unapata watoto wanabaki na maid, wanabaki na the guardians. Our guardians wakibaki pale, you know, sijaijua when ukitaka kazi ya maybe kukua pale home, wanaitwa home managers. Sijui wanaangalianga character, wanaangalianga tu safi na mambo zingine. Character waangalia.
This character.
Yes.
Nyaneka music na anaanza kudance, watoto wanaona.
Watoto wanaona. So wanaona this is okay. If she can do it, then this thing is okay. So they won't do it in front of their mothers. They'll wait, watafutane when they are at their level.
Should we blame it on the rise of teenage mothers? Because if you're a teenage mother, it means you want to dance in the house with your daughter.
Okay. I think that there is nothing beautiful as being a teenage mother. But the problem is lack of mentorship. These teenage mothers are not mentored. They're not prepared. You know, we should have regulations. There's some things that we cannot do them at a specific time. And we make it open. Like a child, umemwachia freedom. Yes, it's good to buy them a phone. They can use it for study. Now kwa sababu ya corona wanafanya Zoom classes. You know, it's an advantage. But at the same time ikikuwa abused wataenda kwa sites za pornography. Na sasa these people, the point that I was driving at is that we need to give them the right information. Tukiwa nao pale tunawaambia this is bad. You know, sisi, we always act, we always show the stars. Mama anaonyeshanga tu the best sides. Baba anaonyesha tu the good sides. Amuonyeshi that it is a process. There is a time that I had a scar. There is a time that I did something wrong. And I am regretful of what I did, and I became responsible for what I did. So I think we should be open to our children as early as possible.
So do you believe watoto waongeleshwe ama nyaunyo itembee?
Let me tell you, najua hiyo imezua mjadala.
Maureen, why you?
Okay. Sisi kwa kizazi chetu ilikuwa ni nyaunyo itembee. Mimi nilichapwa mpaka ninapiga magoti ninatubu ndio wanisamee. You know, it worked. But I don't think that is, times are changing.
Why are you separating the visazis? Why are you separating discipline from previous to now?
TJ, initially nikikujua ulikuwa unatumia kamulika mwizi kengine ka C113. Sasa hii naona unachezea iPhone 8, si ndio? So things are getting advanced. So because we were at that age tulikuwa tunafanya mambo fulani, others kwa sababu ya lack of knowledge ama lack of resources. But when we have resources, we should instill the moral and character.
That is not working.
It's working.
I want to hear from Manu, the church aspect. Do you think the church has lost the aspect ya kutrain watoto? Tulienda Sunday school, we were taught to say thank you. Today in the morning kuna mtoto alikuja na 50 cents alitaka sweetie. We still no longer have sweeties za 50 cents. So I told the shopkeeper mpatie pin pop ya 10 bob. Akachukua na akakimbia, no thank you. So where is the church coming in? Are we still going back to bring back those morals? As we come towards the end of the program, bila shaka tukiwa tunaangazia sana maswala ya vijana, teenage pregnancies, early marriage, the free time they're having, especially during this COVID-19 period ambapo shule zimesukumwa mpaka January 2021. In short, 2020 meisha. So let me hear the church aspect as we come to a close on this topic.
Okay. Thank you. First of all, I think hili swala la how we raise our children, it's not just an aspect left for the church. It's an aspect that is involving, all round, wholesomely, from family setups to the church setup. And churches have their own ways of doing things, and but just to say one thing, according as in how the Bible tells us in the book of Proverbs, train, other versions will say teach, a child, unaona. And I like to go back to this word train. Train your child in the way to go, unaona. Jinsi venye atabehave, jinsi venye atafanya mambo yake, jinsi venye atajihandle. I think that is the key word, training. And I think all these platforms we have, from church to the family setups, have their own roles to play. They have their own special place to help instill some other values, to instill values in our children. And so I think what the church needs to do fundamentally is to recognize each other, family and church itself. If that happens, then the kid is safe all the way from home to the church. So each and every person has his own part to play. So I wouldn't say the church is failing. I wouldn't say the church is failing. I would say maybe we've lost track a bit, but I wouldn't say we are failing. Maybe we really need to reconsider how we've been doing things. Unajua, it's a whole total different generation, and maybe at some times pia the guys who raised us may not really understand the dynamics of Wamulambez, the dynamics of all these aspects. So that becomes a trick. That's why it's so special to be in Speak Life. Now it's a mantle where us now, this generation, where we can take it upon ourselves to ensure that we participate in training these young people, unaona, in instilling values in these young people. Unajua, that is the need that iko saizi, training.
So that training is where the parents now, they also require the training, of which the parent can only train a child if he was also trained. Exactly. So minus him knowing exactly what to tell the child, pia hata hawezi jua.
Yeah, that's why I say it's intertwined. It starts from church, then this family. So way both.
And just to add on something, what he's saying, as Speak Life Kenya, what are we doing? Mm-hmm. We are not just training these children. We do a wholesome program. We try to reach out to the parents. We sit with them down. We talk to them, because maybe the kids that they have can identify with us, because maybe they look at us as their elder brothers, and so they will be more open to us more than their parents. And so we try to bridge the gap between them and their parents, because we can access their parents and we can get hold of them. So we try to bring these people together. We advise the parents on what to do. We advise the children on way to follow.
Kufikia hapo, bila shaka mpenzi mtazamaji, umeweza kusikiza mengi ambayo Speak Life Kenya, shirika ambalo linahusika sana sana na masuala ya vijana, wameweza kutueleza kwa urefu. Ni muda tu ambao umetukomesha, lakini ni swala ambalo tunaweza kuendelea hadi jioni. Lakini kumbuka kwamba kwa maoni yako mengi tupatie pale katika Facebook page yetu ya Biblia Husema Television, na pia kwa Twitter @bhusema. Bila shaka najua kwamba pia mzazi umeweza kujifunza mengi kupitia kwa kikundi chetu cha hapa cha Speak Life, na nashukuru sana kwa kufika katika studio zetu. Najua kwamba bado tuko na nyinyi tukiangazia masuala mengine ambayo yanahusu vijana hivi sasa. Nikwambie tu vijana pale nyumbani ya kwamba tuweze kujichunga, hasa wakati huu ambapo maambukizi ya COVID-19 yanaendelea. Tafadhali nao mikono, weka social distance, vaa mask kama mimi, alafu pia hakisha kwamba una sanitize kila wakati. Tujichunge na pia tujiangalie sisi kama vijana. Hadi wiki ijayo tutakapokutana tena, asanteni, karibu.